Now I will start second unit. These questions to ask two integers for operations. Now I give you 4 and 2. Then I want to divide the 1 and equals is 2. Then question 2 is a body index. If 18.5 is weak, usually the 24.2 smaller is a normal. 29.9 is overweight, and bigger than 30 is obese. Is build now. 70 70.5, then 183 is 2105 is the normal. Then yes, it's the normal. Plus practice 3. That's the practice 3. Write a program that inputs the 5 digit integer and separate them. We again and again divided the 10, 100, 1000 and 10,000. We built 5 integer 5, 2, 3, 4. Then yes, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 is separate them. Then next one is practice 4. Practice is simple. You find the even and odd number. If divided 2 and number is 1 is odd, but 0 is even. I give you 4. That's even, true. Then next 5. This code main is find the biggest numbers. If number 1 bigger than 2 and 3 is the bigger one. 4, 3 and 2, he says the biggest number is 4. Now I will start 3.1 questions of gradebook. Now there is a two sides of this function, private and public. First of all, I will get this function first name and educator name with string. Now I will get this function first name and educator name. Now I will write this here educator name with use string. Then after I have to do set two name first and first name. Then I will write welcome to the gradebook for thanks to get first name function and get educator name. After that I will write this output with main side. Then gradebook GB classes in C++ and I write here my name. That's my name, but I use random name. Then GB set educator name Professor Dr. Sajat, your name sir, and get first name introduction to C++ is our lesson. Then it's over the code. Now I will run. It will see welcome to the gradebook for classes in C++ and welcome to the gradebook for introduction to C++. Now I keep going 3.2 questions for a create account class that bank might use to represent customer bank. Now this main include the data member type of the represent the account the balance. Now I get this balance, credit and debt. Debts I void get debt, set balance and set credit. Now I have to return this code, credit this and debt this. Debts I will use get credits plus get credits. Then after I use the void displays. If get balance smaller than get debt, I will write debt amount exceed account balance. Of not balanced get balance and credit is not equal, and smaller than get balance plus get credit. Now these functions I have to write the output. It's simple, right? Account 1,000 and hundred, 2,000 and 1,000. Then it's all of them is over. I will write this code. Balance equal 1,000, credit equal 100, and total is $1,100, and debt is 200. Now I keep going this code 3.3. This code main create a class called invoice that a hardware store might use to represent an invoice for an item sold in the store. Now this code want to reserve, then I use void and string function. Now I have to use set part number, set part description, quality, and price per item. I write void, then I get this function with use string. Then I use private and public function. I uh, put this function in private. Then I write void functions. Invoice equals to set part number, invoice and equals set part descriptions, invoice equals set quantity, but quantity have to bigger than 0 is for working. Then invoice get part number, invoice get part description, and all this function I have to return the main function. Then finally invoice equals get invoice amount, return quantity and price item. Then I have to put this output with main part number is equal 1, 2, 3, and 4. With use invocation get part number, part description, quality, price per item in invoice amount. With use these functions invoice get price, get invoice, get quantity, get part description. And it's over, and I work this. That's our result. Part number 1, 2, 3, 4. Part description is hammer. Quantity is 2. Price per item 10, and invoice amount is 20. Now I keep going 3.4 employee class question. This question asks create a class called employee that includes three pieces of information as data and members. We use first name, then last name, and the code monthly salary with this explanation. Now there is a two-side private and public. String, first name, last name, and monthly salary. Then we use void, and this function we will use. Then first of all I get this first name, then return. Last, then I get this last name, then I can return. Then finally I explain this salary. So we can explain this salary this functions. Month salary bigger than 0. It have to, because it's if we use 0, this code not running. Then we use as function 0 equals to 0 monthly salary. Now where is this now? Now we have to calculate this salary like month salary multi 12, because it's a 12 month in a year. Then these employees have to rise these salaries. And our salary will rise 1.1 in a year. Now, first of all, I write this two name. These are employee names. Dale Barbara and John Maxley. These names is my idols. Now, Dale's year's salary is this here with function monthly salary. We use these functions. Then and I will give this rise. That's like questions asked to me. Then I put this rise, and in this code is over. Then I'm running. Yes, we will see their real salary $60,000 and $72,000. Then after the put and add this rises $66,000 and $79,200. That's all. Now these are last questions of three in units. Now this code name date class. This code wants to us create a class called date that includes the three pieces of information as data members. Now these are two size, private and public. We write this integer month, day, and year. Now this code wants to us if month 12 we increase the year. For example, if months bigger than or equal 1 and n smaller than and equal 12, we increase the month. And this here set month bigger than 1 and a month smaller than equal 12. We write this void and we put this to main like return. We return day and year. Now, I have to prove this code's working now, and I put day 28 and month 2 because February maximum 28 day in this year. Now, it's over the code and like that's working because 28 day and 2 months. Increase the day, then 1 day and 3 months. That's right. Okay. Now I move on to 4 units. These units are used while condition. If user enter the bigger than 10, you keep going. But if user enter the smaller than 10, its condition will be stopped. This makes 11 keep going. 23 keep going. But if I enter the 4, it's stop. Now this question is this code main sum all the units until 0 with while. If I put in 0, its while condition will be stopped. But I wouldn't 0 and it keep going. Let's make try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10. If I put the 0, sum is 10. Now we will sum the number until user number. So we will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then user's numbers in this top. I put 4. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Its code main is 10 power to 3 code. Let's make try. 3 power to 4 is 8. 3 power to third 27. 4 power third is 64. That's my practice 15. This 5-digit integer. This find the palindrome. It separates the steps. Digits 1 num divisor 10,000, 1,000, 10 and 10. 4, 5, 4, 4. It's the palindrome because 4 after the 5, 5, 5, and then after the 4 is the palindrome. But if I say 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, it's not a palindrome. It have to be last step is 3, but it's 1. It's over. Now I move on to 5th unit. This question means the diamond figure. Now I have to styles the blank. We wanna first step is space, then we cut space, then we keep going to minus. Then after the we fill these blanks with star. Then all of them is over. Let's make try. Enter the number of rows. I put 7. It's the diamonds figure. This question means if I put 7, output is 7 star. If I put 99 number, if star 99. I put 5, that's it. 7, it's next questions will be find factorial number. I start integer a 1 to users numbers, then is factorial find it. Enter the number 5. 5 factorial of is 120. This code means find the smallest number. First of all, I take the number, then I take the 10 with for condition, then if times smaller than smallest number, smallest equal to 10, then after the find the smallest number. Enter the number of integers 3, 4, 2, 3, 7, and 9. Small is 2, that's correct. Then this code find the average number until 9999. If I put the 1990, its code will be stop until sum plus equals to none. Then double, I use double average, double sum, will divisor account. Let's make try. 4, 2, 10, 20, and 99. This average is 9. It's over. Now I move on to 6th unit. This code may test the program using integer, character, and float. Here are the functions. This function finds the maximum value. A bigger than B is working. This is the main site. Maximum of find X and Y, A and B and P and Q. 10 and 20, A and Y, they bigger than A and 2 bigger than smaller than 3. Build file, run. Yes, 20 bigger, they bigger, and 3 is the bigger one. The other code is the opposite side. Is find the minimum value. A smaller than B and 10 smallest. A smallest and 3 point not is 2 smallest. Yes, 10 A and 2. The other one, find the circle area with function and double. We first of all we write this function, return 3.1 radius and radius. Find the radius, enter the radius of circle, and its code will be fine. Radius are 3 and circles area is 28.2. Now the other is a crab game. Crab games main. This program first rolls the dice and checks the sum of to determine whether the player win or lose. If switch sums is 7 or 11, if the sum the B player lose, otherwise the otherwise is win. If 7 and 11 win, it's 2, 3 and 12 you can be lose. Then if you lose or win, sum these points. If points equals to 7, you lose again, but sums equals to points, you win again. We can run. Now, you rolls 4 plus 4 and the other rolls 4 plus 4 is 8 and 8 is equal, so you win. Then again, oh, the other is not here, but your roll is 1 plus 1 is 2. If 2, you can lose. Other one is a Guess race. Guess one times is working, then for number to guess rent is 100,000 numbers. Cause get this your guess, then if guess smallest than number to guess is too low, else if guess bigger than the number to guess is too high. But if your guess and computer guess is equal, congratulations, you guess the number is true. It's over.